All right, hello and welcome to week 4. I'm going to attempt to go over all the assignments for this week in one video. There's a lot of information out here with the readings and the different units. Please do go over all of those. And I'm not going to go over that information with you. I'm just going to go over the assignments. So here we start with application exercise 4.2, which is on the ACORN acronym. The ACORN acronym is a test for a mission statement, where you test and see, is that the actual accomplishment? Does the person have control over it? Does that meet their objective? Can it be reconciled with the rest of the organization? And can it be measured? Could you put a number to it? In this assignment, you're asked to replace the word accomplishment with outcome and change it up. Because if we have outcome here instead of accomplishment, it can't be ACORN because that's an O instead of an A. Please don't make it OCORN. Be a little creative. You can change some of the other words if you want. You could change numbers to measurement, and then you would have an M instead of an N, and you could also rearrange the letters. One example that I've gotten often, which is good, is croon. They take that A, make it an O, readjust, and have CROON. And then the last part here is to give an example using this test, using the ACORN test, to describe a job everyone would recognize, such as a bus driver or a hairdresser. Since this is the test of a mission statement, make sure that you list what that mission statement is. The mission is blank, and now I apply the test. So that's basically application exercise 4.2. A next written assignment 4.3, to create a job model. They have a format here in week 4, unit 3. You've got the mission. You start with the mission. You've got outcomes. That's the big picture. What do you want to come out of this? Tasks are all the little things that need to be done in order to reach this outcome. The requirements, this is how are you going to measure it? And the standard is what measure is going to be acceptable. So in the sample assignments, in doc sharing, there's a couple of samples. This is one of them. You can see that the mission is stated for this. It's a job model for educator, and the mission is student performance improved, to improve the performance of students. Academic performance increased is one of the outcomes, and the other one is behavioral performance increased. There's different tasks listed under each of these. There's different requirements, such as number of new tasks, quality of performance. Some of them are determined by each individual plan. And then there's standards. And for instance, it depends on the individual IEP. The range is between 1 and 20 tasks are mastered annually. 80% accuracy. So when you're doing a job performance, make sure you state the mission. Well, state the job, state the mission, what the outcomes are going to be, the individual tasks, how are you going to measure that, and what's going to be the standard. Okay? Back to the assignments. Last assignment is written assignment 4.4. And this is to conduct a probe analysis. And we have the article by Gilbert. It's the question of performance, part 1. And I think it might be in part 2 also. But it has the probe questions. Now, they're not very easy to read. We don't have very good copy here, but you can read them. And there are several questions. And the assignment is to answer all of these questions about a job and the job that you analyzed for your job model, and then to record the number, letter, and text of each question for which you've answered no. So not just a list of B3, C2, but B3. Is it selective and specific? limited to few matters of importance, are free of data glut and vague generalizations, okay? Generalities. List the letter, the number, and the text for each question that you answer no. And those are our assignments for week 4. Notice that we do not have a discussion question this week. That happens occasionally. If you do have any questions or comments, please get in touch with me via phone or email. Thank you.